Hey soul family, welcome back to the channel. This is the White Feather Tarot, and in today's reading we're doing what is the fate of this connection. And to do this reading we will be picking out 4 piles together. They're ready and popping today. Okay, so we have 1, 2, 3 and 4. Let's check out and see what they are together. And so for pile number 1, we have Tiny Triumphs. For pile number 2, we have New Directions. For pile number 3, we have The Perfect Key. And for pile number 4, we have Can You Hear Me? Of course, we'll be surprised with how these cards collaborate with the other cards to find out exactly what your message is in terms of the fate of your connection. Now, if you like to pick with crystals, let me add these in right now. There we go. So for pile number 1, we have the Peach Moonstone, and this is what it looks like. For pile number 2, we have the beautiful rainbow Aura Quartz, and this is how it looks like. For pile number 3, we have the beautiful yellow Aventurine, and this is what it looks like. For pile number 4, we have the Dalmatian Jasper, and this is what it looks like. Beautiful, isn't it? All right. So now take a look at which one of these 4 piles or four cards or 4 crystals you're the most drawn to. And that is probably the pile for you here today. If you're wondering about different connections, then you could perhaps pick one connection with a different pile, like relate one connection with a pile and then another to another. Or if you're wondering about the same connection but kind of feel pulled to several piles, trust your intuition. You may be getting more messages in terms of your connection during these different readings that will help you put the picture together in a more clear way. You will always know what messages are for you and what messages may not pertain exactly to you, and with these readings combined you'll be able to understand exactly what's going on. So as usual, you'll find the timestamps down in the description box. Click on your times and I'll see you in your readings. Hey soul family, if you love the card picking process and the shuffling, I always leave this section specifically for you. As you know, I personally enjoy this section as well very much, and I love the time that I spend with you guys during the shuffling process. It's a beautiful time to get to experience the now moment, the now, living in the present while shuffling the cards and seeing how the magic unfolds as we shuffle and see how the cards are going to fall. It's just a magical process that I love, and that's why I love sharing it with you. And as I always say, I feel your energy during these pile preparations. I feel you sharing your energy. Your energy becomes part of the shuffling process as opposed to me doing it away from the camera, and so that's why I love sharing it with you. And I kind of feel as well that it's my intimate time with you, because I'm usually very focused on the reading. I don't want to waste anybody's time, and so I feel like this is the time where I can connect with you guys. So thank you for sticking around and connecting with me during this shuffling process, and for giving me the space to be able to speak to you freely during that time. And I always love listening to your comments about how you too love the shuffling process, love this energy that we share together. Thank you for your, first of all, for your beautiful energy and for your kind comments. I really do appreciate them. Okay, so also, if you're interested in any of the decks that I use, I always leave their names and their links down in the description box for you to check them out in case you want to. Now, with this specific pile, the archetypes, I will be pulling out 2 cards for each of the 4 piles. One will be representing you, and the other will be representing the person you are inquiring about in this connection. Okay, we'll put your card on the left. Yes, on the left, and their card on the right, and in the middle of the reading. Okay, so now that we have this set, let's ask with intention. What? Wow, that was easy. I guess energy flows quicker than words. What is the fate of this connection? So we have 2 for the first pile. And we have 1, 2 for the second pile. I think we kind of need to push this a little bit here. Yeah. So we have more space. And then we have, ooh, these came together. 3 and 4. Lovely. All right, I think I'll have to find a way to find more space. Let me push these cards out a little bit, and then we'll get back to them when their time comes. Okay. So we have 1, 2, 3, and 4. Lovely. Okay, now on to our next oracle deck, which is going to be our last oracle deck for this reading. Oh, there we go. So we'll be pulling out 1 card for each pile. Can we kindly know what is the fate of this connection, please? What is the fate of this connection for the 4 piles? What is the fate of this connection for the 4 piles? Thank you. 1, 2, 3, and 4. Okay, lovely. Now let's get into our first tarot deck. We'll be using 1 card from each of the decks that I've displayed here, and let's shuffle with intention. What is the fate of this connection, please? What is the fate of this connection? What is the fate? Oh, thanks. This connection. 1, 2, 3, and 4. I feel this one. I gotta take this one. Oh, there are 2. No. Well, I did feel it, so we'll go 1 and 2. Okay. Now we'll be moving on to our next deck. Now we have more space. Let's push these out a little bit. And again, ask with intention. So we got 2 cards. They just had to come out from this deck, and I intuitively placed them on 4 and 2. So, what? Whoa, did you see that? Yes, you have. Okay, we'll have to trust that the right cards are coming in. But I kind of feel like there are a lot of emotions because a lot of cards are being pushed out of the deck in this reading. So I feel like there is a lot of fiery emotions in today's reading. whether positive or negative, but there's a lot of emotions for sure. We'll find out together. Okay, so can we kindly find out, please? So these want to come out. Thank you. So 1, 2, 3, and 4. Okay. Now we'll get into our next deck and ask with intention, what is the fate of this connection for the 4 piles, please? What is the fate of this connection? What is the fate of this connection? 1, 2, 3, and 4. Perfect. Okay. Right. Now we get into our next deck. And again, shuffle with intention. What is the fate of this connection for the 4 piles, please? Can we kindly know? What is the fate of this connection for the 4 piles, please? What is the fate of this connection for the 4 piles? 1, 2, 3, and 4. Okay. What is the fate of this connection for the 4 piles, please? Kind of feel a force in the decks that I'm holding today. A lot of gravitational force, a lot of things being pushed. The decks are falling, could perhaps signify falling in love as well. I don't know. We will wait and see the cards. I'm just relaying the kind of energy that I'm feeling. All right, so 1, 2, 3. I feel this one, and I feel this one. The 4th pile has a lot of cards. All right. Moving on to... Actually, weird enough, I feel like this needs to go to pile number 1. So I'm going to do that. I feel like I was kind of pushed to do that, so I'm going to do that. I will just trust what I'm feeling here. I'll just go with it and see. Right. Now with pile number 4, I initially thought there were a lot of cards, and there still is a lot of cards. And then one of the cards went to pile 1. I'll keep this story into consideration when reading pile number 4. It could turn out to be something amazing. It could turn out to be something to not worry about, or maybe worry about, but to put into consideration. We'll see. I'm sure things will unravel as we take a look at your reading in pile number 4, if you're pile number 4, and we'll put that into consideration in pile number 1 as well. I'll keep it in mind. Whether I mention it or not, know that I have it in mind. Okay. So, or maybe pile 1 and pile 4 are both connected to you. Who knows? I know that your intuition is magic, and it will always guide you to the right readings. You will know your messages, as always. Okay, so... may we kindly know, please, what is the fate of this connection, please? Can we kindly know? What is the fate of this connection? Thank you. 1, 2, 3, Beast, our beautiful deck. This is the last card we'll be using for this reading. Ah, thanks. That was quick. 1. May we kindly know the fate of this connection for the remaining of our 4 piles. 1, and then 2, and 3. Lovely. I'm confident we were provided with exactly the right cards that we need for your reading. Everything happened as it's supposed to happen. And let's now tidy up our 4 piles. Yeah, let me push them here a little. So let's pick up pile number 1, put them neatly together. There we go. So pile number 1 is ready. Lovely. With the peach moonstone. Kind of matches the golden peachy color here in their suit, in their jumpsuit. Okay. Pile number 2. New direction. It's kind of like new direction with a rainbow. So going towards the rainbow perhaps. Ooh, sorry about that. That was not right. All right, so pile number 2, moving towards the rainbow perhaps. We'll find out. We don't know. That is right. There we go. Okay, pile number 3. Is also ready. Ooh. Number 3 is ready with our yellow Aventurine. There we go. And pile number 4. Pile number 4 with our Dalmatian Jasper. I'm sure these readings are going to be amazing for you. You'll find out, hopefully, what you needed to know in terms of this connection. Everything for you in your life is going to be an amazing journey full of blessings, love, and great connections and relationships. I'll catch you in your reading. Hi, pile number 1. So you have chosen the beautiful Moonstone. Ah, I love this stone. As well as Tiny Triumphs. How interesting. And speaking of this, I actually heard at the beginning of your reading, I found myself singing, and I haven't heard this song in like a gazillion years. Don't be fooled by the rocks that I got. I'm still Jenny from the block. Right? We haven't heard this song in such a long time. And it suddenly hit my mind. I found myself singing it. And I feel like this card really matches that. Now, having a look at that. So we'll get into that in a moment. But before we get into your tarot cards, I've picked for each pile 2 of the archetypes. One will be representing your energy in the connection, and the other will be representing the person you're inquiring about in this connection. So you have pioneer for you, right? Passion for doing and creating what has not been done before. Okay, so we have pioneer here, and in terms of their energy, we have mystic. Revels in intimate union with the divine. Interesting. This is going to be one interesting reading. Okay, we'll keep this right in the middle. Let's take a look at the other oracle card that you have. You have the moon in Virgo with order. Right. Okay, so I believe we now have our oracle cards in place. Let's take a look at your tarot cards. Will this fit here? Yes, it will. Okay, so you have 3 of Wands. Okay. You have Five of Pentacles or Five of Discs, because this is a Thoth deck, so Five of Pentacles. Right. You have, let's have create space, because we have a lot of cards today. Oh yes, this deck you got 2 cards from this deck. You have 4 of Cups. It's a beautiful 4 of Cups. The way it's drawn and depicted, I just really love it. Okay. You have the 2 of Swords. You have the 7 of Pentacles. Oh. Should we keep it here? Yeah. You have the Knight of Pentacles. Okay. You have the King of Pentacles. Certainly a lot of pentacles in this row. There we go. And you have the 4 of Cups again. Wow. Wow and wow. Okay. Let's take a look clearly at what this is really all about. So pile number 1. There is a very interesting dynamics going on in this reading. And I will explain it to you very quickly here before we get deeper into the reading. Because if this is not your story, then perhaps you want to pick another pile. But this is exactly what I'm seeing energetically in this reading. We do see here constant change and shift of powers in this reading. I'll explain exactly what I mean by shift in powers. A shift in situation is more likely what I want to say. Do you see here with your main card? In fact, you have the Heart. There's strong attraction later on happening in this connection, or perhaps you've already experienced that. You do see an eagle here being represented as small, even though they're the hunter, and you do see the prey being represented as big. So things are shifting, powers are shifting. What seems on the outside as the current situation may shift in the future. And it's all about internal power that represents the situation. So this connection could have started off with one side not really noticing the other, and the other side being very attracted to the other. What I'm seeing here, which will of course will later on change. Let me explain. So from your energy, which we decided was your energy from the beginning, I see you as a lighting bulb. I see you as someone who usually attracts a lot of attention. People secretly like you. You're very vibrant. You're perhaps very good looking. Your personality could be very attractive, and you know it. You know that people are usually drawn to you. And from their side, with the mystic energy here, I kind of feel like you are for some reason really connected to the energy of this person. You're drawn to this person, or maybe it's the other way around. But you're really drawn to this person on an energetic level, on a soul level. Sometimes you don't even know why you're really attached or attracted to this person, but the connection is there. You kind of feel like you resonate with this person somehow with the mystic energy. Now, it seems to me with the 5 of Discs and the 4 of Cups, especially this 4 of Cups showing up twice, and the story here with the Emperor, I feel like the connection was kind of slow. Again, with the Knight of Pentacles is the slowest moving knight in the deck. You have the 7 Pentacles, which shows slow progression happening in a connection, you know? So it seems like it started off with the roles and the other way around, as opposed to how it's going to continue. So perhaps you feel like this person should have been maybe pursuing you in the beginning, but is not, with the ego being small here. Especially with the Four of Cups, is depicting a really interesting Danish folklore about a Chinese emperor who had a beautiful castle, a beautiful garden and greenery around it. It was so beautiful that people around the world would come and visit and see his castle and the beautiful greenery around him. But the surprising thing that everyone agreed on, that was not evident to the emperor had no idea about, was that there was a beautiful nightingale that sang every day, and people were mesmerized by this nightingale, as we see here. Except the emperor didn't see this nightingale. And so the emperor was surprised when he was informed by the emperor of Japan that he had a beautiful nightingale in his court, or in the forest surrounding his castle, that everyone was just mesmerized about. And so the emperor was astonished and surprised, didn't notice, and asked his courtiers to go and get this nightingale. I hope I wasn't saying hummingbird, right? I meant nightingale. All right, so his courtiers went out trying to look for the nightingale, didn't find it. And as they were searching, they found a girl who led them to the nightingale. They were able to bring it to the emperor. Now, the emperor and the courtiers, when they heard the nightingale sing for the first time, they cried in tears because of how moving its beautiful sound and music was like. And they've decided to put it in a beautiful gold cage and to listen to it every single day and be moved by its beauty. Later on, the Emperor of Japan sent a beautiful box of a bird that was embellished by stones. It was a gold bird that the emperor can wind and listen to its beautiful song. So the emperor decided, the emperor was really drawn to this mechanical bird and kept playing it over and over and over and being entertained and listening to it over and over, and totally forgot about the nightingale. At some point, the emperor grew tired of this mechanical bird. It broke and forgot about it. And during the emperor's deathbed, as he was dying, the original nightingale came, sang a beautiful song that touched the emperor's heart, as well as death itself. Death was moved and let the emperor live. And so the emperor thanked the nightingale and invited her back to the cage, but the nightingale refused this time and said, I'm not going to go back to the cage. I want to be free. But hey, let's stay friends forever. And so both of them decided to be friends. So you can see what's going on here now closely as we've taken a look at all of the cards. It seems like this connection, one party was more attracted to the other. The other party wasn't really hunting or giving much attention, didn't notice. Moving on further in this connection, the Five of Discs situation changes, or the Five of Pentacles, where there's lack of emotion, lack of attention, lack of connection. This all changes into something really deep, and that's why you probably have the heart here. Everything connects. The spiritual connection or the soul connection that you felt finally comes into life with the Moonstone here, the peach Moonstone. There's a strong connection between the two of you. It starts growing. And then, you start embarking, and it's strong, and there's so much fire energy. Something happens along the way. The connection starts fading. One party doesn't really give much attention to the connection, perhaps getting used to it, finds something else, perhaps finds another toy to play with, in terms of perhaps being too focused on work or too focused on something else. The other party disappears. There's another reunion in the connection where both of you realize that the connection was wonderful, especially the other party, realizing how much the connection meant, how beautiful it was. And so they ask you back. This time you refuse, but because you share such a soulful connection, you decide to be forever friends. And that is what you will be valuing in this connection very much. It's something that both of you will never let go on. In the middle of this connection, we see a fiery emotions. We see a lot of passion and love happening. We see a person going from not noticing someone to being absolutely enamored by this person. And that's why you have the energy of the Two of Swords here, being a little bit of confusion in this connection. How is it going from nothing to all, to nothing to all? What is going on here? And I feel like towards the end, with all this confusion we're seeing and turbulence, things will come back to order. You will realize, you'll find the right balance for this connection. You will realize that at the end of the day, both of you are very special to each other. It's a connection meant to happen, a connection meant to be together and experience life together. And so even if you are not aligned exactly at all times with how you fill each other's cups, but you will definitely be aligned on how you interact as souls and as friends. Pile number one. Things will come into order. You will forever announce each other as very important people in your lives. Very important people who will mean a lot to each other. Pile number one. You know how they say, till death do us part. You will always be there for each other. In fact, your souls are connected in such a deep level. It's like meeting someone you just know on a soul level. And this person as well will be connecting to you at a very soul level, will be very proud of you, will be very proud to have you. It's like you'll be their most prized thing in life. That's how dear you're going to become to this person. And you will forever remain loyal friends to each other. And this type of connection later on will be satisfactory to the two of you, where you realize maybe we didn't make it as passionate lovers, but we're definitely passionate friends, and we definitely have a passionate soul connection between the two of us. And this is a connection that you are meant to take to the grave, something that will stay around forever in the earthly realm and will continue in the soul realm. Pile number one. I'm hearing tight-knit, something that you are very much tied to, or both of you are very much tied to each other. Not in an unhealthy way, in a way that you cannot explain because it's on a soul level. Suddenly, I'm looking at the apple and I'm seeing temptation. I need to ponder that a little bit. Why am I seeing temptation here? Especially that there was temptation in the Emperor's story, in the Four of Cups. There's holding off because of temptation. Maybe this connection didn't fully manifest in this lifetime because the other party is tempted, is tempted by many things. Despite the fact that they know in their hearts what matters. But this party could be in this lifetime tempted by things. Or maybe other people, who knows, or by their goals, or by one thing or the other. Maybe their social status is going to differ, of course, from one person to the other listening to this reading. So perhaps temptation is the detriment of their own heart, which perhaps they'll regret a lot later on. Let me pick out your cards and see, will this connection manifest in this lifetime or the next lifetime, or will it manifest at all? We're seeing you remaining friends, but let's find out. Will perhaps... Okay, so what I'm going to do is, will you connect on a romantic level in this lifetime? Will you connect on a romantic level in another lifetime? Let's see, I'm so curious about this for you. Pile number 1, such an interesting story. Wow, you have the 7 of Cups again, referring to temptation. That's the now. Next life, Ace of Cups. So I have to be honest with you, pile number 1. You know that I will just tell you the truth. I will never lie in a reading I do to you. With the 7 of Cups, it seems like your connection will grow. Both of you will ascend and mature in this lifetime. It seems like you will remain friends unless something changes, of course. This is the reading of today. Always remember, everything is in your hands. And their hands, perhaps they just change at some point. But the reading through the energies of today, it seems like this is referring to the 7 of Cups of temptation. This person is meant to grow out of something. There are a lot of temptations when it comes to this person. Perhaps goals of status, goals of being attracted to other people, goals of going after other things that maybe they feel they're missing out on. This person is maturing throughout this lifetime. And with the Ace of Cups, perhaps in the next lifetime, both of you will connect on a very mature level, where you might share a mission together. Perhaps this is in the spiritual realm, if this is your last lifetime. But you can see here the Holy Grail is going to be a connection that is exactly what anyone would wish for. And that's why your souls are connected. It's like your souls just know it. Pile number 1. So pile number 1, that was your reading. I hope you've enjoyed it. And if you have, please give me a thumbs up. Subscribe to the channel so that you never miss a reading that I upload. Don't forget to click on your notification bell. And please don't forget to check out my productivity book. You might be interested in it because it's small, straight to the point, and so you won't procrastinate on reading it. But it has all the key advice and secrets to becoming a productive person right away, all while enjoying the process. And so if you're interested in that, you'll find a link to this ebook down in the description box. And pile number 1, it was such a pleasure. Thank you for tuning in and sharing your energy with me. And I'll catch you in the next reading. Bye. Hi, pile number 2. So you have chosen the beautiful rainbow aura quartz, as well as new directions. And this is really reminding me of the Hebrew letter Zayin associated with the Lover's card, of how the universe experiences itself by dividing itself. This is really what I'm seeing here, but I don't want to jump into conclusions. I will hold off that thought and going to new horizons and new rainbows. Let's see what this is really all about here. This is quite interesting. Let's first take a look at your cards. So, first, we have 2 cards from the archetypes. One will be representing your energy in this connection, and the other will be representing the other person's energy in this connection. And so with your energy, we have Lover. Wow. So great passion and devotion, unbridled appreciation for someone or something. Unbridled. Let me check. Yeah, unbridled appreciation of someone or something. Beautiful energy here. Let's see their energy. Messiah. Interesting. Serving humanity with humility. Ooh. I think I'm gonna adore this reading. Okay. What? Beautiful energy radiating from the both of you. Okay, so here we have rebellion with Mars in Aquarius. All right. Let's now take a look at your tarot cards. So, you have the Five of Swords. Okay. Apologies if you hear any background noise or background sleeping or snoring. This is my dog. My dog always shares my space with me, so apologies for that. You have the Ace of Wands. Oh my goodness. There's a lot of love in this connection. But let's move on first. You have the Seven. Apologies, had to charge my camera. Okay, so you also have the Princess of Discs, which is the Page of Pentacles. You have the Hanged Man. You have the Eight of Swords. The Three of Cups. And you have the Six of Swords. Right. So what I'm seeing here, pile number 2, this connection, if it hasn't started already, or if it started, if it has already started, it started out or is about to start with a very passionate beginning. There is a lot of attraction in this connection. There's a lot of love. There's a lot of two people who are absolutely drawn or pulled, magnetically pulled towards each other. And this type of magnetism and explosive love and feeling like you found your magical person, some refer to it as twin flames, but of course not necessarily if you don't believe in that type of connection. I'm just showing you exactly what I'm seeing. So whether you believe in twin flames or not, I am seeing 11 because 11 is associated as well with the idea of twin flames. Whether you believe in it or not, this is a very strong connection happening between the two of you. Especially starting off in the very beginning, you'll feel this pull, attraction, sexual attraction as well towards each other that is unexplainable, something that you just can't explain. There's fire of emotions, there's passion, there's love that is not easily experienced with anyone else. And that's where the idea of twin flames actually came from. And so one can clearly see that this is a connection that will start off very quickly. With the Page of Discs, you see someone offering love straight away to their love of their lives. We see you being absolutely magnetized and in love with this person, and it just starts off. Do you see with your main card here? It starts off with a dream coming true. You both flying up high in the sky, experiencing a type of love that is not easy really to find. celebrating this love together. Now, here's the thing with your connection, pile number 2. We do see with the 7 of Cups, there is a lot of daydreams and hopes in your energy. And sometimes fantasies are intertwined with illusions, or realities intertwined, wishful thinking intertwined with reality, illusion with reality. And sometimes hindering you to choose the right discerning steps or discerning action to take, especially because reality is blurred at this point with you two being together. I see that both of you are allowing yourselves to dream. There are a lot of wishful thinking and confusing reality with fantasy. Emotions are all-time high, and navigating through all of this emotion while not being able to discern perhaps red flags or discern what should have been done or not, forgiving each other all too frequently so that you can reconnect with each other, may cause a little bit of hurt moving forward in this connection. And that's why we have a lot of swords. You see a swords cutting. Remember, from the very beginning, I told you, before all of this came out, I told you that this reminds me of the Lover's card and how the universe experiences itself by separating itself. I'll explain what I mean here in a moment. But that it's connected to the Hebrew letter, the Lover's card, and thought is connected to the Hebrew letter Zayin, which means sword. And so, in the Lover's card, it shows the engine of creation, which is actually division. Let me explain myself a little bit, and I'll show you what I mean through your reading. And so the universe creates desire first. See, that's how we manifest. It creates desire by separating itself further to experience itself. And so in more units of consciousness. And that's why you have the Zayn with the Lover's card. So in order to experience something, it separates itself in order to be able to ultimately create more information and more experience through these units of consciousness. So what I'm seeing here is a lot of separation and other dreams moving. And so this is also highlighted with the Six of Swords and the Hanged Man. So putting all this together, what I've been blabbering about, I'm just about to put it for you. We see with the Hanged Man that there is some sort of sacrifice that will happen in this connection. I don't want to say mistake. I'm saying that it's part of your journey. Perhaps one of the two parties involved in this connection will, without wanting to, sacrifice the beautiful love in this connection, causing it to somehow end at some point. And the sacrifice here, I'm not going to lie to you, I have to be honest. I have to be honest with what I see. I do see the Three of Cups. So sometimes the Three of Cups in love readings could signify a third party. And so one of the two parties could be at some point sacrificing, splitting this twin flame connection, hurting the connection on a deeper level. Again, the split and swords going down is also sacrifice. So sacrificing this connection on a spur of a moment, which may cause great hurt. For some time, I see right under you is the Eight of Swords. You may feel a little bit stuck. Pile number 2. You might feel that this is a love like no other. This was such a passionate connection. You know that this person loves you very much. But at the same time, you cannot let go of something like that. that deeply cut through and hurt you. And so, with a swift move, you two at some point, pile number 2, will, with the Mars and Aquarius represented here as rebellion, will finally cut this connection, causing great shock to your partner, letting it all go. But like I said, love is not gone. In fact, like we said, the universe creates desire by separating itself to further experience itself. And so what I'm seeing here, you moving your dreams elsewhere into a new horizon, somewhere where the rainbow comes out, where you experience great love, affection, and passion, but this time more stable in this lifetime with someone else. Pile number 2. And in fact, I'm seeing here, it's as if someone's holding a sword as well. Unbelievable. And so I see you here, pile number 2, cutting this connection off at some point. 4 and 5 goes down to 9. So in numerology, 9 as well is an end of a cycle and a beginning of a new one. Ending passionate love because of some sacrificial event that happened that sacrificed the whole connection. I do not see you being able to forgive that. Pile number 2. I do not see you being able to go past it, even though it would hinder you for a while, but I do not see you being able to go back past that. And in fact, your 6 of Swords is represented here as you packing your bags and leaving to a different shore, to different love. Do you see how your spirit guides is so sweet? It's like a shock. Do you see how everyone is shocked in this card? It will cut deep, but you're not alone, pile number 2. You have your spirit guides taking care of you. Everything that happened is seen. You will be rewarded and taken care of because of this sacrificial event. This will not be the end of your story. I see that your life may shift, but it will move into something in the horizon, in the near horizon, that is very beautiful for you. You will experience again a beautiful type of love, perhaps with another soulmate. Very romantic, very passionate, very beautiful. Pile number 2. I believe that this will cause great shock, great pain and great shock to your partner. Seeing you being able to move on, cut the connection, and reconnect with someone who actually fulfills your dream, is perhaps more mature in this lifetime, able to keep their word, honor the connection between you and them. And the reason I'm saying that is because you have with the shadow attribute here, exaggerated belief that you are the only means through which a cause can succeed. I think this person will have a wake-up call, realizing that you are able to move on, that you are able to have a beautiful life. This person seems like they will be regretting it deeply, because this is making me understand that at some point, I'm not saying that they will take you for granted. They will take the connection for granted, thinking that it's always going to be there, and they're going to start shifting towards their fantasies and dreams, causing a sacrifice, a great sacrifice to this connection. I see, on the other hand, you growing spiritually. On the shadow attribute on your card, you have obsessive passion that harms others, self-destructive devotion. And so here, I'm getting the intuitive message that you will outgrow this connection. And this is the idea as well of twin flames. Forgive me if you don't believe in twin flames. My whole idea here is to just translate energies and not to put labels. And so here we see the idea of you growing out of waiting on someone just because there is beautiful love between the two of you, when the connection, I don't want to say is not serving you, but it's not giving you the same amount of devotion and respect that you are giving to it. So there's a lot of spiritual growth when it comes to this connection. No more 8 of Swords. You're coming out of this, shocking the other person with a great cut in the connection. So it's like shock and another reply to the shock with another shock. Moving on and being lucky to meet on the horizon a unicorn person with all the rainbows. Someone who's very special, who you will connect with on a soul level, of course. Someone who will feel magical, and someone who will not give you, but reciprocate what you're giving and what you love. Passion, love, devotion, loyalty. Someone obviously who you will spend your life with. And with the seeds here, with this flower, what is it called? Dandelion. Yeah. This is the idea of pollination. So perhaps, if you choose, of course, you may even have children with this new person. I see that in this lifetime, you're learning with the Aquarius here and the rebellion. Aquarius is all about freedom. Aquarius people respect their freedom greatly. And so I see you learning about freeing yourself from something that may keep you stuck, by freeing your heart to open up to the idea that there's always something better, and one should not accept disrespectful behavior from someone else, no matter how much we love them and no matter how beautiful the connection is. Pile number 2. So all the best of luck, my dear pile number 2. I know it might be hard to hear that there's something else. Believe me, amazing on the horizon, magical on the horizon, when we are in a time we have our hearts and souls attracted to someone else, seeing someone else. But I hope this reading will be able to bring clarity to you, and I also hope you appreciate my honesty in the reading. And always remember, pile number 2, if you don't like something, let's say you don't like this scenario, remember that these are the energies of today. Perhaps you are able to work it out and discuss things beforehand and change the path or the trajectory of the connection. And maybe it will still continue to be written the way it is. Who knows? It's all in your hands. But this is the energy that I see in this reading. And pile number 2, believe me, I wish you all the best of luck from my heart. I wish you experience the best type of love in the world. And if you're open to a new person, I wish you eternal love in this life. Beautiful type of love that few can only experience in your next connection, pile number 2. So pile number 2, that was your reading. I hope you've enjoyed it. And if you have, please give me a thumbs up. Subscribe to the channel so that you never miss a reading that I upload. Don't forget to click on your notification bell. And pile number 2. Oh, and please don't forget to check out my productivity book if you're interested. It's small, straight to the point, and so you won't procrastinate on reading it. But it has all the key advice and secrets to becoming a productive person right away, all while enjoying the process. And so if you're interested in that, you'll find a link to this ebook down in the description box. And pile number 2, it was really a pleasure and an honor doing this reading for you. Know that I know from my heart to yours that you will be finding the right amazing person, and you will be spending your life with an amazing connection. And I'll catch you in the next reading. Bye. Hi, pile number 3. So you have chosen the beautiful yellow Aventurine, as well as the perfect key. Let me adjust that so you can see it. I'm very intrigued with your reading. I wonder what this is going to be about. Can already see a bird with a lot of keys and you holding a key. I wonder. Let's see. Okay, so you also have, oh, let me tell you first, we have 2 of these archetypical cards. One will be representing your energy and the other one will be representing the other person in this connection. So for you, we have student here, humility and devotion to knowledge, openness to lifelong learning. Love that, okay? And for their energy, we have seeker. Wow, what a match. So you have thirst for wisdom and truth wherever they are. What a team. What a team. Okay. You also have Mercury in Pisces with inspiration. Come on. Who are you guys with all these keys? Are you opening? It's making me understand as well. Opening up your mind. Providing knowledge. Let's see. Are you a team of researchers, scientists, teachers? I wonder. Okay. So, pile number 3. You have the 6 of Cups. My goodness, lovely energy already. You have, we can bring these a little bit here. They're centering the reading, so I'm just going to put them here actually. You also have the 8 of Swords. You see the ship is not moving here for some reason. The relationship perhaps. Let's see. Okay. You have the 7 of Wands. Okay. Actually, let's put the 7 of Wands here because of space. You have the Sun. Wow. Horus. You have the 9 of Cups. Gosh, the Sun and the 9 of Cups. You have the King of Cups. And you have the King of Cups. Wow. Overall, a very surprising reading. And you see how these two match, and then these two match again. So, first and foremost, the first thing that I observe about this reading is that you two really match each other in so many ways, especially how the bird here has so many keys. You also have a key. So we see matching energy with the both of you. It looks to me like both of you just love learning, love exploring. Like I said, for a lot of you, but not necessarily. You could be working together, you could be researchers, scientists, teachers, two people who just love learning, or perhaps you unite on very cerebral conversations that fill your heart and mind. Pile number 3. What I'm seeing here, pile number 3, is a connection that will stand the test of time. This is a connection that will last your lifetime. With the 6 of Cups, we see the idea of both of you being in a loving, mature as well, because the kings are mature, balanced energy. Both of you, as I can see, are matured, loving people, balanced emotionally, very civilized. And together, you will grow together. I also see with the 7 of Wands and the 8 of Swords, together in conjunction with each other, I see the idea of you overcoming challenges. So whenever the relationship is stuck on hold, which is what every couple goes through, when it feels stuck, I see that no matter how challenging this connection is, you both always have the key to opening up your heart, to go through the challenges with boldness and with courage, and willing to put in the work, both of you, to find out the key elements that are challenging the connection at the moment, and finding a way, cooperating and collaborating together to open your hearts again, to do things in the right way. Pile number 3, especially with Pisces. Pisces is a very loving zodiac sign, full of deep emotions. It's a water sign. So much love and dreaminess and romantic emotions involved in this connection. You also see it with Mercury, which is all about communication. So we see soft, loving communication between the both of you, which again is signified by the beautiful 2 King of Cups, showing how much you're going to be mature and loving towards each other. With inspiration, I see that the love between the both of you will be a great inspiration to others. It's the sort of love that is filled with happiness and illumination, meaning with the sun, especially represented as Horus here. Horus is all about bringing us to the new aeon. So I feel that your connection will be so beautiful, so happy, and so mature that it will illuminate others into understanding, first of all, that an amazing, beautiful romantic does exist and it does last the test of time. Number 2, they will learn through how you deal with each other, how you're able to withstand challenges and fix it together as a team rather than against each other, that you truly care about each other. Through your connection, people will learn that mind is important, and so it's not just the external looks, which is very important. With the sun, this is Leo energy. I see both of you are absolutely attracted to each other. Not to mention with the Thoth deck here, this is a Thoth deck. You have the 7 of Wands, which is Mars in Leo. Again, a lot of attraction. And also something else that I want to highlight in your connection, pile number 3. So let me finish the thought first and I'll come back to that. So yes, you're attractive on the outside, but most importantly, you value each other's souls and minds. And so what stands the test of time is not just physical attraction, but also a real deep connection based on friendship, based on shared journey, based on cerebral talk, based on building a deeper connection than that. Now, going back to my thought with the Mars in Leo, okay, let me regain my thought. I will remember what I wanted to say here. Oh, yes, I remember. So, yes, with the 7 of Wands, this is located on the 7th Sifriot in the Tree of Life, which is all about not just mercy, but also individuality. And you have Horus here. Horus is bringing us into the new aeon of teaching us to rely on ourselves. So we see a lot of individuality in this connection, meaning that yes, both of you are a strong superpower team. Is that what it's called? A power couple. A power couple, yes, but each one individually strong on their own, which is an amazing connection here. So we see a lot of individuality, but also a lot of connection and a strong bond that is not just based solely on physical attraction, which is definitely there, but it's also based on the mind and on the soul connection, which is even more important than the outside. Not negating the importance of the outside, but definitely understanding what matters, which is the inside. And with this mature, beautiful connection, pile number 3, I see with the 9 of Cups, your emotional dreams being satisfied in this connection for the both of you experiencing happiness together, and being a great inspiration, illuminating others, showing other people how it's done in a mature way. And with the perfect key, I see it's like you fit in with each other perfectly. Just like the right key getting into the right hole and opening up a whole door of an amazing connection. Pile number 3. I'm so excited about your reading, so happy for you, and so delighted with this mature energy. It's so beautiful to watch. And I thank you for choosing to tune into my channel and watch this reading. I feel honored to have done this reading for you. Pile number 3. Finally, what I'm seeing here is that this person will really feel like home. Both of you will feel like home towards each other. You do see Pisces here in its home, the 12th house. And so you see it as being a very loving home, a very tranquil, dreamy, romantic home that feels, feels like home. A home that you will grow together, where you will grow together. But also the 12th house is about the subconscious, also about imagination with the Pisces, spirituality, karma. Sometimes some people even call it the house of troubles. Now listen to that. Seeing how you're able to deal with troubles lovingly is going to be everything. Because pile number 3, it's all fun and games when it's in the beginning and passionate, and we're only experiencing the emotional part out of the connection. But it's really when challenges happen that we know whether this connection will be able to stand the test of time or not, because of the maturity and the honesty and the civility and the choosing to do the right thing that you present in this connection. And I see here peacefulness in the 12th house, where during challenges, that's where your connection will strive. That's where there's a bigger bond, because during challenges, it's where we transcend. And so either a split happens and we experience ourselves alone in the universe, which is how the universe experiences itself, or it's whether you're going to transcend together as a team, choosing to grow at the same time, where both of you are connecting against the challenge, growing spiritually, speaking to each other cerebrally, finding out the root cause, honestly saying how you both feel, honestly expressing where you went wrong and how you can both together go through this challenge. And that will be the key to moving from these challenges and transcending together, thus creating a much stronger bond than you could imagine with anyone. Pile number 3. Such an inspirational reading. Also, you have the yellow Aventurine, which is all about sacral chakra and power and passion. So we see a lot of energy in this reading, a lot of passion, a lot of fun. So it's a connection that will go on a journey together of learning and traveling and having fun and falling in love with each other all over again, one time after the other. And it just grows, it goes up from there. Pile number 3. Boy, have I loved your reading. What an amazing team. I wish you all the best of luck in your journey together. Pile number 3. May you be blessed with this connection forever. And if you've enjoyed this reading, please give me a thumbs up. Subscribe to the channel so that you never miss a reading that I upload. Don't forget to click on your notification bell. And please don't forget to check out my productivity book. It's small, straight to the point, and so you won't procrastinate on reading it, but it has all the key advice and secrets to becoming a productive person right away, all while enjoying the process. And so if you're interested in that, you'll find a link to this ebook down in the description box. And pile number 3, it was such a pleasure, and I'll catch you in the next reading. Bye. Hi, pile number 4. So you have chosen the beautiful Dalmatian Jasper, as well as Can You Hear Me? And let me adjust that so you can see it with me. There we go. Yeah. I wonder what your reading is all going to be all about with Can You Hear Me here? All right. So let me tell you about how this is divided. So these are your tarot cards. You have 2 extra cards from this deck as we were shuffling. But most importantly, we have 2 cards, 2 archetypical cards. One will be representing your energy in this connection, and the other will be representing the other party's energy in this connection. So for you, you have Rescuer, provides strength and support to others in crises, acts out of love and with no expectation of reward. So beautiful. Pile number 4. Their energy is Companion. So sweet. Loyalty, tenacity, and unselfishness. Love this energy. You two are such sweet people. Oh my God. Yeah, nothing short of pile number 4, of course. All right, so you have Saturn in Leo with generosity. Pile number 4. Take me with you guys. Isn't this sweet? I'm just kidding. But isn't this so sweet? I would love to be your friend, guys. All right. You also have Queen of Cups. I mean, do we even need to continue this reading? Okay. You have the 8 of Cups. Let's put these right there so we have space for this. Okay. You also have the Queen of Swords. You have the Death card. And you have the 9 of Cups. Beautiful 9 of Cups. Okay. And okay, starting to understand what this is about. You have the Ace of Wands. Oh, so sweet. No, actually we can push it up a little bit so that you can see the cards at the bottom. Yeah, there we go. You have the Queen of Swords again. And you have the Tower. Yes, I noticed some sadness here in this connection, especially with the Ace of Wands. You can see the Ace of Wands crying. You have the 8 of Cups. You have death as well. So there's a lot going on here. Let me first take a look at the cards and put the picture together of this connection. Because it started off with Can You Hear Me? And I was wondering what this is about. So, what I'm seeing in this connection, pile number 4, I see 2 people with great intentions, with great love and loyalty towards each other. Nothing malicious here. In fact, I'm getting the idea and the gist of right people, wrong timing. That does not mean that you won't end up together. What I'm saying here, first and foremost, starting your reading, is such a great connection that makes you very happy, but kind of being forced to leave, with the Queen of Swords as well. Cutting it off, ending it, breaking it down, breaking something that feels so right and so good. And you even see here the sweet loyal dog here looking back as they're walking away. You see someone who does not want to walk away, has their heads down. You see the backs. We see the characters' backs in your reading. We don't see their faces here, giving us the impression that you're leaving, but someone's leaving, but this person doesn't want to leave. You can even see, can you hear me? Can you hear my heart saying, I don't want to? And so both of you would love to speak to each other at some point in this connection, but are not going to be able to because of fate, obviously, with the Queen of Swords. So with fate, I see a tough decision being made, an unbiased decision that has to be done, perhaps because of an involvement of something. Maybe one of you has children. That's an example. You can even see children in the back here. Perhaps one of you is already in a connection. One of you has to go study. I'm not sure. It's going to, of course, differ from one person listening to this reading to the other. But there is a very hard separation, a separation that did not, none of you wanted to happen. In fact, your partner's energy here is of companion wanting greatly to be with you. Your energy is trying to figure out a solution with the rescuer to save this connection. But I do see at some point and early on in this connection a tough decision that has to be done that will really put both of you in so much pain. It's like such a tough decision that you almost feel like you're not going to be able to walk away. But it has to be done. Because of something very important. You're doing something that is very wise. You both kind of know it's the right thing to do, but it's just painful. Very painful. It's the stark truth in one way or the other, staring you. But both of you just don't wish you didn't have to see it. Pile number 4. Because if it wasn't for that one fatal thing, incidents of fate is what I want to say, you would have made a beautiful couple together. And it breaks your heart knowing that you found each other. It's the right thing. But cannot speak with each other. It's like an end that feels like death in your heart, you know? It's painful. It's like losing someone because you cannot really speak to each other. And even though with the Dalmatian, Jasper, it reminds me of the Dalmatian dogs. Again, this idea of loyalty. A lot of loyalty between the both of you. But Alice, it just has to be on a pause for now. Despite the fact that your hearts are there for each other. So your candle just went off. Let me put a new candle and come back. Oh my God, this was really a sign from the universe. This candle being put off and then lit again. Did you see that? It's like we're being guided here. For the remaining of the reading, right in time. And so, do not worry. Oh, look, even the Ace of Wands is the fire. This is definitely a synchronistic sign. I'm mind blown. Oh my God. So, do not worry, pile number 4. My dear, beautiful pile number 4. In fact, right in front of me, it was 42:24 when we said that, the recording time. Do not worry at all about this long pause. It is actually not the end. There is a new beginning for the both of you. Right when you're crying, right when you're in pain, there's a new spark and a new beginning of hope between the both of you, marking a new start in your connection. Where there, with the Queen of Swords here, a pause happened. Now the Queen of Swords has her sword down, showing that a new decision is being made. I'm kind of curious for you here, pile number 4. What new decision is being made? Because at the end of the day, it looks like you will be sharing with generosity here, sharing your lives in happiness and in peace together. So what is the decision that went up and then reversed and went down, bringing a new beginning to the both of you? Perhaps this person will feel like their lives crumbled when you weren't there. That's something that I'm seeing. So my question is for you, how is this decision going to be reversed? Let's see, how is this decision? Whoa, thanks a lot. Wow. This decision is going to be reversed by this person offering love to you. I don't know how. Maybe they will go through their files and rearrange their lives. Maybe they need to go back first, realizing they're not happy, will find a way to do what their hearts are calling for, to do what's right for them as well. Because in order to help others survive, they have to survive too. It's like the idea of putting on a mask first before you put it on others. And so with the Page of Cups, I see this person offering you a new beginning sometime in the future. For sure. Out of feeling like you are their real companion. And that it's really rough and tough without you. And that's why you have the Queen of Cups. A person who will show their love to you. Pile number 4. I will try to pull out another card. Perhaps we're able to get more information on. Yes, we understand that what reversed the situation is them feeling so much love for you and realizing that you are important in their lives. May I kindly know how will that be possible? Will they be able to adjust their lives this way with whatever is fated here? You have death again, right under death. So we're seeing that they will realize that it's toxic. Whatever they have to deal with, there's something toxic that they're not really living, that they're dying this way. And in order to save themselves and save what's important, they have to do it in the right way and not in a way that makes everyone feel dead. Is exactly the message that I'm seeing. And so with that, we do see that this person will again make everything crumble down, break everything, change their decision, rescue what's important in their situation, this time in a way that involves them because they're dying here, emotionally, I mean, making sure that they do what fulfills them too, in the right way, because this person seems to be very loyal, and so they'll be loyal to whatever needs their attention here, whether it's their children, whether it's their family, whether it's their work. So it's not like they're going to be harming anyone. They'll make sure that everything is in place, that they save everything, but that they're not in a toxic environment either, barely able to survive. Pile number 4. I cannot believe we were guided by your readings candle here to understand. I mean, I felt from the very beginning with the Ace of Wands that there is a new beginning. But this definitely confirmed it. So yes, there will be a pause where both of you will be away. But at some point, this person will change everything. Will put things into the right perspective. Will work hard on making sure that it's right for everyone. And will come and offer you love. Pile number 4. Wow, what a reading. Certainly powerful. It shows their love for you. And it shows how much they're willing to move away from something that means the world to them. To be right to whoever, whatever and whoever they're taking care of. So pile number 4, that was your reading. I wish you all the best of luck from my heart. May you always enjoy a beautiful connection with this person and whoever other person you choose to have a connection with. whether it be romantic or friends or family. And may you always be blessed with everything wonderful in life. So pile number 4, that was your reading. I hope you've enjoyed it. If you have, please give me a thumbs up. Subscribe to the channel so that you never miss a reading that I upload. Don't forget to click on your notification bell. And please, don't forget to check out my productivity book. It's small, straight to the point, and so you won't procrastinate on reading it. But it has all the key advice and secrets to becoming a productive person right away, all while enjoying the process. And so if you're interested in that, you'll find a link to this ebook down in the description box. And pile number 4, it was a real pleasure doing your reading for you. And I'll catch you in the next reading. Bye.